obviously a tale of two halves. I thought the first half we played the right, very simple. First half we played the right way. Second half we didn't. We forced shots, and forcing shots is not a good thing for us. We're not a team that can create on our own. Times down the floor, we have to be an executing team, a spacing team, a team that moves the ball and moves bodies. And in the second half, we didn't do it. The ball stuck a lot. We forced shots, whether it was over two people or in front of one person that was covering us very well. And then we turned the ball over. We were very, very careless with the basketball, and those guys fed off it. It gave them life. Got the crowd back into it, and they won the ball game. There's nothing more than that. I mean, guys had career nights against us because of the momentum that they had from the bad shot selection we took, the lack of ball movement, and the turnovers.
Mike, you're the #1 rebounding team in the NBA. They out-rebounded you, and I think 17-9 offensively. Why do you think?
They were very active, and the crowd got into it, and their activity allowed them to come up with 50-50 balls and loose balls and long rebounds that we normally get. And tonight our defense wasn't good, just like it wasn't last night. But offensively, we got to figure out how to play the game the right way, because we did play the game the right way in the first half, but in the second half we just lost it.
You blew a double-digit lead last night, blew another double-digit lead tonight. Was there a common denominator in the way you did it both nights?
Yeah, the ball stopped moving offensively. The ball became stagnant. We took difficult shots, which allowed our opponent to get out and run and transition and get some easy baskets. Tonight we turned the ball over. I don't remember if we turned the ball over as much last night, but we turned the ball over tonight, which made our floor balance very poor. And they sprinted into ball screens, and our activity, we allowed them to come off a ball screen without impacting the ball, without helping our teammate. And then if they threw it back to the big or they moved the ball, we didn't close out with the sense of urgency to try to make guys take difficult shots. And again, I don't know. Our mindset right now to play on the road is not what it should be, and we have to figure out how we're going to play on the road without the home crowd giving us energy.
Mike, you laid out a lot of things there. Are all these things fixable, in your opinion?
They're all fixable. We're a good team, but right now we're not playing good basketball. And the thing about that is we're making the game harder than what it is. I mean, if we keep the game simple and play it the way we know how to play on both ends of the floor, we'll be fine. But right now, we're all on different pages when we get the ball individually, and it's showing in our team play.
Mike, what's happened with Kobe, his accuracy, and his shot selection the last game or two?
I don't know. I know tonight he took some difficult shots that allowed those guys to come up with long rebounds and push the ball down the floor and get some easy baskets. But I don't know.
Mike, is there just too much individual play? You say the ball stops. Is that guys trying to focus on the individual game rather than the team game out there offensively?
Their guys are getting the ball and they're holding it, whether it's guys in the post, guys at the elbow, guys on the perimeter. We're holding the basketball too long, and we're not moving the ball. The ball, again, we don't have a ton of breakdown guys where we could put the ball in John Wall's hands and say, go ahead, go play pick and roll, or Nick Young's hand, go create something. We have to execute. We have to play inside out. We have to have ball reversal. We have to have body movement. And if we don't, we'll get bogged down and stagnant, and it looks ugly. And as you could tell, as you could see, if we're not careful and we take bad shots, we can get beat down the floor. And we got beat down the floor time after time after our bad shots and or our turnovers.
Is this certain guys maybe being selfish in terms of trying to get their stats, or is it simply maybe not trusting in their teammates to do something?
I don't know if it's. I don't think we have any selfish guys on the team. I think everybody thinks they can help us, regardless, however it may be. I think it's more that than anything else, and they think that they can help us by making D play. We don't need anybody to make D play. We just need to collectively make plays together.
It seemed like there was a point in the fourth quarter where you guys came out of a timeout and you went to Andrew on consecutive occasions and you got results, you got points. And it seems like, okay, you guys figured out what you need to do, but then you went away from it in terms of getting Andrew the ball in the post and pounding the inside. Did you guys go away from that? Did you want to
No,
do
if
that?
you remember, we went back to him, he caught it on the post, and he tried to make a bounce pass in traffic to Pau Gasol that went off his foot.
Right. That
So-
came after that. Well, he had made a couple good plays, I remember.
He made a couple good plays, and then he got the ball, but we went right back to him again. And he got the ball, and he tried to make a move in traffic and made a bounce pass, and it went off Powell's foot. And I mean, that's what happened. It wasn't anything that where we said, hey, we're going to go to Andrew the rest of the game every time down the floor. We went to him 3 straight times, and once we went to him just out of the flow, which we need to be able to do. We don't need to call a set play every time down the floor, because if you think back throughout the course of the game, especially in the third quarter, we went to him. He had a few turnovers when we went to him on the strong side of the floor. So we needed to get it within movement. We needed to get it move the ball from the front side to the back side, and then possibly get him. And that's what we tried to do. He turned the ball over again, and and then from there it was not good.
Coach, the Wizards had 17 offensive rebounds that turned into 17 points.
Yep.
How surprising was that for you coming in as the top
Well,
rebounding team?
we knew that they were athletic and active on the offensive glass, and it was a point of emphasis for us. But again, when you have the momentum or you have the crowd behind you because of the things that you're going out on the floor and the things that we're not doing, it's easy to come up with those hustle plays. And there were a lot of shots that were kicking long, and we didn't do a good job of boxing out and or tracking down the long rebounds.
The coach said that they were working on trapping and playing off of the traps. Were you surprised that they did that against you, doubling down and then rotating off?
No, I mean everybody traps us. Everybody traps Kobe, and everybody traps Andrew.
Right. But they hadn't done that in the past. He said they really worked on that today in shooting practice today.
Might make it better if they work on stuff like that. That's good.
Coach, does Andrew get frustrated sometimes when he doesn't get a lot of shots, when he doesn't get the ball inside a lot?
He might, but what you got to think back on, the easiest place in the game of basketball to double is the post. We have 3 post-up players, okay? And so there's no space there. All you do is go down, and then if you keep rotations in front of you, you make the guy throw it back out, you bump over, and it gives the double-team guy an opportunity to get to the weak side corner. So we got the ball to Andrew in the post, but he's not going to get a shot every time if teams are double-teaming him, unless he can score over a double team. All right, and so he got touches down there. Now, did he get shots? No, he didn't get shots because he got doubled a lot, and a few times he turned the ball over. I think he had 7 for the game. And that's a lot of turnovers for a big guy. But again, he's getting doubled, so he's got to continue to try to find ways to get the ball out quicker so that maybe a repost happens. Now he can touch it again. And there was a stretch where we were really good, where he felt the double team coming, and he just kicked it out. Now you got to close out to our guys, and now you fight for a repost and you get it back in. I don't think we did that once tonight. And that's what he or we were starting to do very well in the past, but we've kind of gone away from it.
Are you worried about Kobe's shot selection in the last 2 games?
Yeah, I did not think that he was one of the guys that I did not think that took great shots in the second half. I thought the first half our flow was there, and he got great looks in the first half and made the game easy. And in the second half our looks weren't as good.
Mike, are you more frustrated or angry right now?
Probably a combination of both. I mean, because you watch us play and you see in spurts us playing the right way, and then we go away from it. And when you go away from it, it makes it real tough because you know what we're capable of doing as a unit.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.